Yo, the check just came, man. Cash in the building. Yeah. So look, bro, as y'all can see, my boy Kendrick Lamar just dropped a video. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This is unsuspected because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think Kendrick was gonna drop an album. I thought he was gonna wait at least until the Super Bowl to drop. But he just dropped an album today as of November 23rd or 22nd. I think he dropped it last night. But anyway, it's in the morning now. It's November 23rd. So yeah, I had to hurry up and make a video. But let me make sure I check out this video by Akademiks because he definitely about to give his opinion. So let's see what Akademiks got to say about this, because we all know Akademiks is a Drake fan. Pump up the volume. Really want to see his biased opinion on Kendrick Lamar. Is he going to switch sides or is he going to stay on Drake's side? So let's get right into the video. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Before I get into the video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We almost at 1,300 subs. As always, hit that like button, hit that sub button. We're gonna get right into the video. Let's get it.
I think kind of want to get on Discord for a second to see what y'all are feeling about it. I can't sit here and in good conscience tell you this is whack. For me to say that would be me lying. And at the end of the day, I love music, even if I have my favorites on one side, and I don't think it's whack. I don't think it's whack. Okay, it kept me interested. You threw a few jabs. He was still saying some shit. I'm wondering why YG wasn't on the album. We saw. Well, there's a lot of people that didn't make the album still, right? Because we didn't hear Schoolboy Q. But he might be saving. Again, I'm thinking of GNX as a tape, right? I'm thinking of it like a mixtape.
I haven't had a chance to fully listen to the album yet. Like I said, it's gonna be later on my channel, but it looked like a pretty decent album. He might be dropping 2 albums back to back. That's what I feel like. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Yeah, but I do feel like he might be dropping 2 albums this year by the end of December. You feel me? I don't know. It might be dropping an album now and then he gonna drop an album when he do the Super Bowl performance. I think he gonna drop an album. We won't know if this is really an album until we actually see music videos for the shit and all that. This is interesting though. And of course, everybody's not gonna make the album list. You know, it's only 12 songs, you feel me? So not everybody that he hang around gonna make the album. That's what I'm trying to say.
So I'm guessing he's gonna still have an album. Now, is the album gonna drop before the Super Bowl or after it? I would probably say after, right after, in the immediate aftermath. And that one's gonna be the really produced, new wave of Kendrick. And I would imagine that we would see some of the things we ain't see on this one, right?
Yeah, this kind of do feel like a regular Kendrick mixtape on some chill shit, chat.
It was an outros blended. As a matter of fact, you know who just hit me up? AD. Let me get AD on the line. I get AD on the line. AD hit me and said it was album of the year. Holy. Welcome everybody. If you guys are tuning in via YouTube, we just listened to Kendrick Lamar's album on Twitch. We couldn't listen to it on YouTube, but he dropped an impromptu album called GNX, and 12 songs. Didn't list any features, but he did have features, and yeah, essentially we listened to it. Okay, he'll call me back. Essentially, I kind of came up with a rating of it's probably either, for me it's like an 8 or a 9 out of 12 in songs that I think are passable and good. And yeah, I gotta give credit and props for that. Here we go.
Hey, what's the deal?
What's going on, brother?
Come on, man, it's a good day. West side, west side.
Man, can I ask you one personal question before I ask the rest?
No, before you ask a personal question, yeah, you gotta retract what you said.
About what?
You said Dot wasn't gonna give none of them niggas on stage no features. He put all the young homies on from the city on the album.
Well, this is what I would say. I think I'll say something better. I think we encourage him to do that. I don't care why he did it though, but he did do it. So I'll give him credit for doing it. So, and I thought that was a great look. I thought it was a great look, even though we could have still named them on the songs because we got to do some Googling, but fans do that anyway. But I do think that was a good look. That was a good look, AD.
And then too, the little homie Siete on there too. So I know you wasn't familiar with him. That's my little homie on the section. You know what I mean?
Okay. What song are they on?
He on Dodger Blue. He got Wally the Sensei on there. He got Roddy Rich on that motherfucker. And shout out, bro.
Well, Roddy Rich on here too. Okay. And Roddy Rich kind of fell off. I wouldn't say he fell off, but yeah, he kind of fell off. So it's kind of good to see Kendrick Lamar trying to put on Roddy Rich again. Cause yeah, I don't know what happened after Nipsey died. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Roddy Rich kind of fell off, type shit. He had a little run, but then it was over with after that. I ain't gonna lie.
He got a lot of young talent out there. He got Young Threat on there. He got Dodie Six on there. He got Lefty Gunplay.
Lefty's on there?
He got Hit It. Yep, he got Hit a J3 on that motherfucker. He got AZ Chike, who also made Schoolboy Q album as well too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a lot of dope. It's a lot of dope people from the city on the album.
Hey, do you think the culture bullied Kendrick into doing that, or did he want to do it? Because for a second, people were saying, "Yo, you got all this clout, but you're not sharing it with nobody. People are showing up on your behalf, but you're not showing up on theirs. People's albums coming out, you're not even tweeting it. You're not even really doing anything." How do you think that this was a Kendrick idea, or he saw like, yo, you know, because there was some backlash out there in the community. Not the community, but like there was backlash in the hip hop community.
Well, the thing is, when Kendrick won a rap battle, I was like, okay, he got to drop an album. And I said when Kendrick dropped his album, Drake was gonna try to drop his album. Pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Here's my explanation of what Kendrick really did. Okay, so Kendrick dropped this album. This is, I believe this is a dummy album. Even though the album is good, I ain't gonna lie, chat, the album good. You feel me? But I feel like this is like, you know, basically like a palm move. Okay, boom, Kendrick drop album. Now if Drake does try to drop, he has something in the tuck ready to go. You feel me? And he ain't gonna move on Drake album if he do drop. If Drake decides to drop right now, it's not gonna overshadow this album, first of all. But it's gonna look at, and if Drake album is good, it's gonna make this album look weak. But then Kendrick gonna hit him with another album, a double album. You feel me?
No, but that's the thing. This shit, like, a lot of this stuff been in the works for a long time.
Really?
Like, he's been wanting to, like, you know, put certain people on, and, you know, certain people behind the scenes I already knew. I know my little homie, he had to sign an NDA and stuff like that too. So it was a lot of stuff that was coming. I mean, look, you gotta think about it, bro. As an artist, you about to do the Super Bowl. He could have kept it all about himself. He said, let me put the next generation of West Coast artists on. And to me, that speaks volumes, especially for everybody in the city.
That is,
and dope. For everybody, for every other region as well too, to do the same in return.
That is dope. I do have one thing I would ask with that, but before I ask that, is this an album or a mixtape? I term it as a mixtape. I don't think this is his official next album. I think this is a good thing to drop off to hold us over for 2 to 3 months before the Super Bowl. He puts on a bunch of artists. Yeah, we still get a couple big features on there. Roddy appears on there. We see Sizz on there, but you know, he's kind of like giving back, right? You know, he dropped a few songs. He's saying some shit on it. But when we think about a Kendrick drop or a rollout, I don't think this is an album. I think it's a mixtape. What say you?
I think it's an album. Oh. It sounds complete like an album. It's just dope. I mean, like, you know, just listening to it 2 or 3 times, just all the way from start to finish, like, it's a representation of where we at in the city right now. To me, it's the soundtrack of Los Angeles right now. It's dope as hell. You know what I mean? And I've been arguing with niggas all day on Twitter. They're like, hey, man. I'm like, look, we riding for the homie today, man. I better get used to that shit.
Okay, so replay value-wise, that's another thing. That's one.
Nah, see, I gotta listen to the whole album. I ain't gonna lie. I listened to a couple songs because I got videos coming out, but I do gotta listen to the whole album. I know in part of the album he definitely calls out Lil Wayne, which I'm gonna get into in a whole nother video, which is like a dope thing to see Kendrick like call out Lil Wayne because, hey, I ain't gonna lie, pump up the volume, maybe Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar might go at it. I ain't gonna lie, especially if Lil Wayne feeling some type of way about the line that Kendrick Lamar dropped. But like I said, this album right here is most likely gonna be classic. Okay, most likely gonna be a classic. Okay.
One critique I've had with Kendrick at times. Well, sometimes this project won't have much replay value. I do think there's some joints on here that people will play over. By the way, my favorite joint is the one with where he's doing. It's like the Tupac inspired one.
That's fire. The Reincarnated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he got some bangers on here. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, all that's gonna do, especially in Los Angeles, you know, that stadium music. You're gonna be hearing that shit at the games. You know what I mean? Like when you come to the West Side, you're gonna hear these songs in rotation. Like I can hear that Squabble Up. That's gonna be one of those ones. He got some real bangers on there. The Squabble Up is one of the ones. The TV Off is one of the ones. The Peekaboo. All them songs is like, you feel me? You gonna when you go to a Laker game, you're gonna hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? The upcoming Dodger games next season, you're gonna hear that. Like all the sporting events, you're gonna hear that, and that's gonna incentivize the clubs as well too. So yeah, it's a soundtrack.
Hey, the Dodgers won the World Series. Hey, is LA on a win streak? Is California officially back?
I mean, I don't think LA ever left. I just feel like mostly everybody got us fucked up when it came down to the music side. Niggas like, we don't fuck with West Coast music. You know, people say shit like that. I feel like the South has been running it for a long time, and Kendrick, like, no bullshit. Like, he's the savior of what the fuck this shit stands for in the city. You know what I'm saying? So just with this beef and what that shit did, and you know, just ignited people in LA to champion each other more.
Okay, and then I guess the thing I was going to ask you was, so Kendrick has gotten this, and this is definitely nitpicking. This is not necessarily my opinion at this moment because I think he did a great job throwing a lot of alley-oops. He threw mad alley-oops, and I like to give, if I gave criticism, I like to give credit. He did that, right? But
Yeah,
some
what's that?
people would say that when he's throwing alley oops,
Facts.
he never throws an alley oop to a nigga who's like in that lyrical box like him. You ever heard that? We're like he's not gonna put on a.
See, Akademiks just want Kendrick to do some weird, funny shit, so Kendrick can fall off. Okay, I believe Kendrick definitely throws alley hoops. First of all, Kendrick comes from a team. You feel me? A TDE. Okay, all them people, all the TDE members got songs with Kendrick, bro, and they all lyricists. So who else is he throwing the alley hoop to?
Another conscious lyrical rapper. He'll put on, you know what I mean, some.
That's not true. They ain't heard of West Side Boogie.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, bro. It's literally, you know, if he sees somebody, and I would say this too, behind the scenes, a lot of stuff is not said or broadcast and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even the behind the scenes, if he sees somebody working, he'll give encouraging words. I've seen him do that shit with a lot of people. He's done that with myself as well too, where people don't have to broadcast that shit too. So if he sees you working, he's gonna sit there and dim the light on people and shit like that too. But everything don't have to be televised. Everybody ain't doing that shit for clout. You know what I'm saying?
He has this one line where he says, I'll try to get the line right. But
On Whacked Out Murals?
yeah, I think it was on Whacked Out Murals, but I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was, let me see. He says, tell me why you think you deserve the greatest of all time, motherfucker. I didn't like that line. I'm gonna tell you why. It feels like well, number one, I think he's aiming at Drake. But number two,
Of course he's aiming at Drake. Drake's a sucker.
I think he's, you know, I went on a rant last night about J. Cole, and I'm like, one thing I just can't get with J. Cole, he just, anytime he tells us he wanted, it feels like he's saying what we want him to say. That's not his true demeanor, not his heart. One thing I do like about Kendrick and even Drake, both of them, they're artists that they bask in being the best, and they want to be the best, and legacy-wise, and now everything goes down, they want to be known as the greatest, if not of all time.
And that's a true statement. Like, ever since Kendrick even came out, he always wanted to be the greatest at what he did, and Drake definitely wanted to be the greatest. But I think Kendrick is a little more hungrier than Drake. You feel me?
This era, and I always respect an artist that they're like, I don't look at that as hate. Now I do think Kendrick's a hater, but I don't look at that as hate. You're supposed to want to
He
be
tell you he a hater.
Yeah.
He said, I'm the biggest
He tell
hater.
you that.
Yeah, but I don't think that part is hate. Like, want to be the best isn't hate. It's like the irrational Drake jabs. I'm like, yo, he really don't like this guy. Okay,
Man, listen, it's the competitive spirit of hip hop. If niggas is saying, hey, this is the guy that we comparing you to the number one, I mean, in competitive spirit, you're gonna take out who number one is, right? Or at least go for him in any type of capacity. And that's just, and when 10, 15, 20 years go by, they're going to keep talking about these moments and stuff like that and who the people were, bro. This is the, you know, the Mike Tysons and the Evander Holyfields of this era right now. You know what I mean?
let me ask you this question. Do you believe that, well, you texted me this. You said this is album of the year.
It's album of the year, for sure. For us, for sure.
The album's been out an hour.
Don't matter. It's the feeling, man.
It's the feeling. Okay, another thing, and I'm probably gonna think about these things later. Kendrick has been really good on any announcement, any drop, even video releases. They're always very specific to the date. Like, it's not like he's dropping randomly. Now, I do get today is a Friday, but I'm wondering if dropping now as opposed to next week or whenever, the timing on this, you know, he's been really calculated and clever with that. I'm wondering if this is significant at all.
It could be, though. But I just wish the Lakers would have won yesterday. That would have made it even better.
Well, the Lakers got a good team. They got a good rookie.
Damn, they have a great team.
Damn. All right. Yo, do you think that this is a victory lap?
No, but I ain't gonna lie. So yeah, this album right here is interesting. I'm definitely gonna check it out. So make sure y'all tune into the other videos that I'm gonna post on my channel later, bro. Let me know how y'all feel about this album, bro. I definitely think the songs I have heard already. Yo, I can't wait to get into this fucking album. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But let me know your thoughts on this. Is DJ Akademiks actually switching sides? I do feel like he is switching sides. I think he's more on the Kendrick side now than the Drake side. As always, Kendrick is gonna be goated no matter what, and Drake just gotta come better next time, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think Drake is gonna be done beefing with rappers. Okay, unless he know they weak rappers. You feel me? I think he always gonna. Somebody diss him. I think he always gonna diss, but it always ends up bad for him. The only rap battle Drake ever won was with Meek Mill. Okay. Yeah, but let me know your thoughts. Like I said before, like, comment, and subscribe. It's been Cash. I'm out. Deuces.